Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's live stream, I'm going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 18, Episode 3. This was the, Audio Live Challenge. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this episode, and hit that subscribe button, become part of the Sandwich community. You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Sandwich on all platforms. Excuse me. Do not send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video, because that's not what these are meant for. These are meant for us to have a fun time over here on this side of the interwebs, talk about all things Drag Race, and have a cute little kiki. Oh my god. So, spoiler alert. Announcement alert. I don't know what you would call it. I did not review last week's episode. I woke up Friday with COVID. Yes, I was sick basically from Friday to, let's say, Tuesday or Wednesday. It's been a long week. And because of that, I was not in a place where I could be doing the review. Honestly, right now, my voice is struggling even now, as you can probably tell. So, anyway, my cough drops. So, like I said, woke up Friday sick. Turned out it was COVID. Excuse me. Now I'm deciding to come back and review episode 3. So, I will be reviewing the rest of this season like planned. I apologize for the missed week, but I am back and better than ever. Let's go. I do want to say this season is quite enjoyable. I have seen every episode, of course. And I'm very happy with this cast. Alright. Episode starts out with Queens coming back into the workroom after the elimination of Didi Fuego. Fuego! Let me know if my voice is coming through. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Amanda, please. Amanda, please. I would like to know if the audio is coming through. Because if not, I don't want a repeat of when I filmed an entire review and no one can hear me. Please comment in the comment section if you can hear me right now. Yep. Alright, cool. I tested it myself. Yes, audio is coming through. Alright, so Didi was eliminated. Mandy Mango survived the lip sync. And she's feeling like, alright, this is my moment. I need to shake this off. I need to get back into the competition mode. No shade. I did not think Mandy Mango is going to last much longer. I think she is a very lovely person. I don't think Drag Race is necessarily the best platform for her at this moment. I'm sure she will see herself on television and grow from there. But unfortunately, I was not too surprised with Mandy Mango not continuing on much longer. Again, we'll get there. So, Didi's gone. Didi's the pork chop. Mandy's arrived. Work. Jane Don't won the previous week's challenge. I am quickly becoming a Jane Don't stan. I do really enjoy Jane Don't. I think she is a fierce competitor. And I'm very excited to see her continue on in the competition. So, Jane, shout out. Athena is plucked, baby. She's plucked. She was 8 in the leftover group and then almost had to lip sync. She is plucked. This is not how Athena saw her season going. She's the diva of Miami, right? She's the diva of Mykonos and Miami. So she's like, this is not fantasy. I need to get out into this. I need to get in this competition and show up. So she was plucked. And prior Briar is messing with Athena. Briar is messing with Athena like crazy. And again, this is kind of the storyline we'll get to see throughout this episode, especially as it is literally represented as her playing Athena's inner saboteur later on in the actual RDR challenge. But sometimes life mimics art, right? Or imitates art. Life imitates art. That's the expression. Overall though, I Athena's plucked. And she's gonna continue with this storyline. New day in the workroom. How's everybody feeling today? Yes. RuPaul's gonna come in and introduce the Maxi Challenge, which is the RDR Live. They're gonna have to pick out their scripts, pick out scene partners, and compete. The guest judge this week is Sarah Sherman, who is, by the way, a fabulous guest judge. I thought that this was a fun challenge. I never am too crazy about the scripts. The scripts always feel a little bit like just they're not the best. They're not, if we're gonna be honest. The scripts for these challenges are never very good. And you would think, since this is an improv challenge, that the queens would be able to write their own scripts. But that's not really how it works out. And that kind of annoys me. I wish they had done like a full production of SNL, you know? Like, you'll come in, you write the scripts, and then you act them out. I would love that. Put the work back in the queen's hands, right? And then that way we're getting more fresh stories, which I feel like would be more enjoyable for the actual challenge. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works. It's an easy challenge. I'm sure production-wise it's very easy for them to put together. But the scripts need some boom boom, you know? Everyone's picking out roles. Who do you want to be? Pretty quickly, Briar wants to be Athena wants to be no. Switch that and reverse it. Jane wants to play the mom. Athena wants to play the mom. Everyone's telling Athena, you should be the host since you host in Miami. Like, this is what you're known for, right? Like, this is your moment. Take it, have it. And of course, also, Briar wants to play the inner saboteur of the host. So she wants to be able to work with Athena and kind of be her inner saboteur for the actual acting challenge. Which, spoiler alert, it was a choice. I don't necessarily think it was the most well accomplished choice. I think it was a big swing. But I don't necessarily think Briar stood up to it. We'll get to the actual challenge later. But like, again, it's overacting. I get what they're saying. Like, it's stupid overacting. That's what RuPaul wants to see. Which is true. But I also think sometimes it gets a little not my favorite. So we have the lipstick groups with Nene, Kenya, and Vita. Nene, Kenya, and Vita. Then we have the Jane, who's playing the mom for the SNL or the QNN news anchor moment. Which, again, the actual QNN news was probably one of the most boring parts. The only good part was Jane. The rest of it was kind of like, even the jokes weren't very funny. Host and inner saboteur, right? Like I said, there's certain characters everyone's going to take what it is. It is what it is. Take what it is. Take the roles. Pick out who they want to be. Right? Alright. Juicy wants to work with Mikey in the Young Michelle acting challenge, right? And Juicy is not very confident in terms of her acting. Juicy is saying, hey, this is not my strong suit. I'm scared. I don't know how I'm going to do this challenge. Which I think contributed. Again, we'll get to it later, like I keep saying. I think the starting points that Juicy had helped her in winning the challenge. We'll get to it later. I think Jane should have won the challenge overall. Personally, I would have given the win to Jane. But I understand why they chose to give it to Juicy. I get it. That annoys me. All right, RuPaul comes in, tells them that we're gonna have a walkthrough with him and Sarah Sherman. Walkthrough happens. They single out Discord's walk. They actually talk about it, which I did appreciate. That Ru was like, "No, I like your walk." No, you don't, Ru. You like making fun of her walk. That's why you like it. You don't actually like the walk. You like laughing at it. Don't lie to that girl. Also, editors, y'all are messy for the Discord cam. That was messy. Anyways. Mikey, feeling very confident. She's like, SNL is my judge. This is what I do. I used to watch it all the time with my dad. SNL is one of my favorite things. She's building it up to be the giant thing, this big challenge. This is her moment. She's like, this is my challenge, right? We'll cut to. All right. Opening act. First up, we have the butter churning competition. We have Discord and Mia as the hosts, right? And we have Mandy as the old lady who's churning butter. She's supposed to be Amish. Then we have Darlene coming in as a competitor. I love Darlene Mitchell. I'm in love with Darlene. Like, the more the season progresses on, the more I love Darlene. I thought this was a great moment for Darlene. She slayed the challenge. For me, she was one of my favorites of the night. And unfortunately, I think Mandy fell to the wayside. Mandy did not stick up to the level that she needed to be. She did not do the character the way that it needed to be done for the opening sketch monologue. Opening sketch. Cold open. It was definitely Darlene's moment, right? Which, again, it's fine. But also, you need to stand out. Like, if you're going to be competing against someone like Darlene, you really need to step it up. All right. Athena as a host. Nothing really much to write home about. No shade to Athena. Like, it was kind of forgettable. I really don't really remember any of this. The basically only thing I remember really from this moment was Briar being the inner saboteur and not doing a great job at it. And it was just kind of a shitty moment. I'm sorry. Like, overall, I did not love this. I understand Athena took the role because everyone was pushing her to be the host, but like it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. No one really did. Neither one of them, unfortunately. All right, we're gonna continue on, pushing through. All right, now we're getting to the lipstick moment. The lipstick lovers. Let's talk about it. Nene, you're all right. I thought you were pretty good. Pretty safe, I would say. Vita, I think, did all right. I enjoyed Vita's performance. I wouldn't necessarily say it was good, but I also wouldn't say it was... Like, the thing about these skits, none of them are very funny. And, I mean, you're working with what you're given, so I feel kind of a little harsh trying to judge these when the actual scripts are kind of trash. But they did what they could with what they had, right? Kenya was definitely the standout of the scene for me. I thought Kenya did very well. She oozes charisma no matter what she does. And I thought Kenya did what Kenya needed to do for the challenge. Overall, though, it like I said, the script is kind of shitty. But Kenya was definitely the highlight for me of the scene. Let me know what you thought down below. All right, RuPaul performs. Yeah, because why not? QAnon news. Briar was there. I really don't have anything to say about this news moment. Literally, the rest of it is forgettable. The only good moment was Jane. You could have switched out Sierra and Briar with anybody else, and honestly, I wouldn't have noticed much of a difference. Let me know what you thought down below. Again, the script sucks. Jane picked a role that would stand out. It is what it is. Like, Jane was definitely the standout in the section, and one of my favorites of the night. I thought Jane killed it. Jane killed it. Yeah. All right, young Michelle. Let's get into the sketch. Juicy and Mikey. I thought Juicy did well, and I think Mikey did well. I think they both did very well. I think Juicy was being compared to what they were expecting from Juicy, and I think the same case would be said for Mikey. I think Mikey was built up her expectations tenfold when she said, "Oh, I love SNL. SNL is one of my favorite shows. This is what I do. This is my challenge." And then we don't level up, stand up as well. That, I think, lowered Mikey's score. Kind of similar, like I said with Juicy. Like, Juicy really lowered her expectations by saying, like, "Oh, I don't act. This isn't my challenge. I don't know what I'm doing here." So your expectations are super lowered, and then when you perform to the level that's pretty good, more than adequate, but pretty good, right? That's going to stand out even more. So I feel like that was a little bit, if we're looking at it from a production standpoint, I definitely understand why Juicy got so praised for this, whereas Mikey did not. Mikey was called safe, right? Because again, like I said, Mikey built it up to be like, "Oh, this is my moment. This is my challenge." Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it was a fun challenge. I personally enjoyed Mikey more, but I get why production chose to put Mikey safe. All right, RDR challenge is over. Juicy is feeling better about it because she's like, "Oh, I didn't know what I was doing going into this. I don't act." And people were telling her how well she did. This is very much giving the storyline that the production wants you to see. Not to say it didn't happen, but hey. And here we have Arya Stark. Not my original. I find it really funny that everyone's comparing her to Arya Stark. Jane is really in her own head because she's like, "I'm doing so well in this competition. People are gonna start hating me. I don't want to do well. I don't want to win." And I'm like, "Jane, I get where you're coming from." She's really just internalizing. She's gives me very much like very intellectual perspective in her drag, and I think she builds it up a lot on her own merits, and then I felt really bad for Jane in this moment because Jane, for me, was one of my favorites of the night. I think Jane could have won, but we'll get into the runways too because Jane looked fab. And Juicy and Briar are cheering her up and be like, "Hey, if you win, we're gonna congratulate you. Like, you earned it. You did it, right?" It was a very sweet moment. Sierra Mist is telling everyone that she does. Sierra Mist is telling everyone that she does, like, what cosmetics. The cosmetics. The words are escaping me right now. SFX makeup, like things like that. I love that shit. Shout out Sierra. I love this moment. We're learning a little bit more about her background in makeup, what she's done. She's been all over the place, worked in so many different fields. Worked on some major television programs in terms of the SFX makeup departments and things like that, which shout out, love that. So I'm really becoming a Sierra fan from this. I love getting to know more about her. Alright, RuPaul. On the channel we do Fab or Drab. Is it Fab or Drab? Let me know in the comment section down below. For me, it's a Fab. I thought this looks great. I love the coat. Not coat, but the material on the top. I think that looks really fab. I think she looks fierce. I love it. Fab. Michelle, you look nice. Fab. T.S. Madison, I like it. Fab. Sarah Sherman. I really liked you as a guest judge. I thought you were great. Gave great notes, great feedback. Really amazing guest judge. I thought very well assigned to the task, obviously, of the RDR challenge. It makes sense. She did great. Alright. Category is animal attraction. First, we have Discord. Discord Adams. What did you think of Discord's outfit? What is the discourse on this? Discourse? Discord? I'm gonna give it a Fab. I mean, it's a good look. She looks great. I did love that the editors included a Discord cam. I thought that was hilarious. Because they are really getting the girl in terms of her walk. But Rue's like, oh no, I love it. Don't change it. I love it. I bet you do, RuPaul. Overall, though, it's a nice look. Mia Star, for me, unfortunately, this is a drab. I feel like this isn't really giving poodle. I get why she said it's a poodle. I get it. But for me, nah, dog. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Let me know your thought down below. Did you enjoy Mia's look? Let me know. For me, it's a drab, unfortunately. Her makeup is very nice, though. Speaking of drab, Mandy Mango as a deer. Her makeup is not. Nope. 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 Drab. 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 Nope. I'm sorry. Boo. Nope. Let me know what you thought down below. Did you enjoy Mandy's look? Unfortunately for me, it's a nope. Up next, we have Darlene Mitchell. I love this. I love Darlene. I love Darlene. I thought this was so good. So well executed. I understand what RuPaul was saying about not wearing heels because it's flats, but for the look and for the cow moment of it all, I don't care. I love it. I love it. I'm giving this a Fab. This was Fab for sure. I love it. And the modeling of it too, the way that she put a character into it. I love Darlene. I thought this was a great outfit for Darlene. She slayed it. I loved it a lot. Up next, we have Athena Dion as an owl. Again, she's from Greece. Athena, the symbol of the owl. I love an owl moment. Always have. I'll get Fab. It's Fab. It's a really cool look. I love the mask. And then the face bikini and the. I thought this was a very, very well done outfit. I thought Athena looks great. I really do love this outfit on Athena Dion. I thought this was great. Like I said, the mug is gorge. The outfit's fab. I'm giving a Fab to Athena Dion. Up next, we have Briar Blush as a white swan. It's fab. I'll go to fab. I thought this was well done. Well executed. I love the shape. Love the colors. Love the contrasting colors between the black and the white. Very classic. Very pretty. Very... I love it. I really do like it a lot. I thought this was fab. I thought Briar looks fab. Yeah, I loved it. Vita Fonte's star as a zebra. I thought this was fab. And the presentation of it too. Vita is classic drag, and I love that. I love it. Very southern pageant girl in drag, right? And I thought this was fab. This was really, really well done by Vita. I really, really love this. I loved it, Vita. Yes. And I love that she had a story with it too. Like, again, very signature southern pageant drag. Nini Coco as a poison dart frog. I thought this was fab as well. I love the colors. Love the headpiece. I really, really like this from Nini. I thought this was really well done. And I'm sure she made it herself because she makes most of her own things. Like, this was fab. This was fab. I love it. I'm going to be saying a lot of fabs, but, like, I really love this runway. Up next, we have Kenya Pleaser, who's doing a tiger as a pimp. I don't love this. And I love Kenya. Like, Kenya's one of my favorite queens on the season. But unfortunately for me, it's not my favorite of the week. Unfortunately, I have to give it a drab. But she sold the shit out of it. So I love Kenya. Yeah. Let me know what you thought down below. Did you like Kenya's look? Like I said, she sold the shit out of everything. Sierra Mist as a chameleon. I understand what she's going for with the tongue. I get it. But it wasn't coming out of her mouth, and I was confused by that. Where did the tongue come from? I want to see where the origins of the tongue are. Like she said, she does a lot of conceptual sort of outfits, and I think this was another example of that. I'll give it a fab. Not my favorite look, but I'll give it a fab. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you thought down below. Jane Don't. I thought this was fabulous, baby. As a macaw, the colors, the makeup, the dress. Jane knows how to put together a garment. She knows how to put together a runway. And I thought this was fab. Fab, fab, fab. Fab. I really love this from Jane. I think they should have put Jane in the win. Personally, for me, I would have given the win to Jane Doe. Let me know what you thought down below. But she looks fierce. Up next, we have Mikey Meeks as a cheetah. Not my favorite. Not my favorite from Mikey. And I like Mikey a lot. Unfortunately for me, this is a bit of a drab. Let me know what you thought down below. Did you like it? I want to know. The presentation was nice. Juicy Love Dion. This was fabulous. This was so good, Juicy. Honestly, I kind of get why she was in the top for this look, especially. The body jewels, the headpiece, everything. I love it. Excuse me. I thought Juicy killed it. Killed it. Yeah. I loved it. Love it. Juicy. Yeah. And the modeling too. I mean, like, Juicy knows how to model something. Duh. RuPaul announces the winner of this week's tops and bottoms, right? We have the tops, who are going to be Darlene, Jane, and Juicy, with the bottom three being Vita, Briar, and Mandy Mango. Did you agree with these placements? I want to hear from you. Let me know down below in the comments section. Sure. Like I said, for me personally, I probably would have put I kind of agree with these placements. Sure. For me, I probably would have given the win to Jane. But RuPaul gets the win. Deservedly so, I can also see at this point. To Juicy LeBion. Like I mentioned earlier, I think it has to do with the expectations versus the execution. I think Jane was going in with much higher expectations because she has been doing so well in this competition. And she is a funny queen. So I think her expectations were a lot higher, whereas Juicy's expectations were very low. No shade. They were. So it didn't take as much for her to impress. Not to say that Juicy did badly in the challenge. I just personally think Jane did better. Personally, I would have given the win to Jane Doe. Let me know what you think about all this down below in the comment section. I really do want to hear from you. Right? Alright. Then RuPaul announces that Vita Von Tee's star is safe. So unfortunately, the bottom two are going to be Mandy Mango and Briar Blush. And they're going to have to lip sync to Love in Real Life by Lizzo. I do love Lizzo. And the song is a bop. Right? Yeah. Overall, I don't think Ru was super impressed with this lip sync. You could kind of see in her face reactions, like, she was not loving the lip sync. And I think ultimately track record is what decided it. I think Briar did well, but I think Mandy was almost doing too much again. I would have been shocked. Briar would have had to really mess up, and Mandy would have had to absolutely dominate to send Briar home over Mandy. But Mandy did well enough compared to Briar did well enough compared to Mandy to send home Mandy Mango. So, unfortunately, RuPaul announces that Briar Blush is announced as safe, which unfortunately means that Mandy Mango has to sashay away, and Briar Blush gets to continue on the competition, which I'm very happy about. I do really enjoy Briar Blush. I feel like she's bringing some fun stories, fun drama, and I want to hear more from her. I am sad to see Mandy go. I think Mandy could have been done very well on a different season had she had more time in drag, more experience. I think she could come back for a future season and dominate, but right now is not her time, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, that's it for Mandy Mango. She had to sashay away, and that brings us to the end of this video. Live stream. Review? Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Have a good rest of your night or day wherever you are. Let me know what you thought about this episode. I want to hear from you. Do you like this cast? Who do you want to win? I want to hear all of the above. Let me know. Please comment in the comment section down below. I will be back here later with some more content. Hello? Can I find my mouse, please? Thank you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I apologize as my voice is still being a little iffy. I will be back next week, hopefully full stamina, full voice, full throttle, all of the things. And I will talk to y'all later. Have a good rest of your night, wherever you are. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Ding.